You know how they say it's not the crime, it's the cover-up? That is very often true because that's how investigators develop an understanding that you knew you did something wrong. A new report out today details a possible cover-up by a close aide to New York City's Mayor Eric Adams. All right? How'd we get here? Early November, massive federal corruption probe into Mayor Eric Adams' campaign comes out of nowhere. Nobody had heard anything about it. The feds are investigating what? Whether his staffers and the mayor were on the take from a foreign government, Turkey. Days after the raids, and there were a lot of raids, okay, the FBI goes up to Adams at a public event and takes his phone and other devices. So now we learn about this, right? His lawyers deny any wrongdoing. The mayor starts a defense fund. And his lawyers then say someone did act improperly. And they wind up throwing a staffer under the bus. Now, I don't mean that cynically. I'm saying that Rana Abasova winds up being offered up by the administration, okay? She is the longtime aide. She was the one working with Turkey. We also learned that Abasova was searched by the FBI and that she had reportedly lied to investigators. And then we learned that she told colleagues to delete potentially incriminating text messages, and that is what Adams found out about, and that is what they told the FBI. And yet, and this part doesn't make sense, that's why the FBI seized his phones. What I don't understand is, if it's Abasova telling people delete the messages, right, that's proof that she believes there's stuff she doesn't want people to see, well, why does that mean that you need Adams' phone if he's the one who's given up Abasova to you in the first place? Let's bring in former federal prosecutor Renato Mariotti. Thankful for you. I will defer to you because you're so much smarter and understand these things better. But I am not feeling it. I think that they have people around Adams doing things that maybe they shouldn't have done. But I don't know why everybody's saying he's about to be indicted. What am I missing?
Well, what you're missing is that a federal judge issued a search warrant, and that means that that judge determined that there is good reason to believe that a federal crime occurred and that evidence of that crime is on his phone. And I don't think you need to be a lawyer to know that that's a huge problem for the mayor. And I would tell him, if I was his lawyer, that he should be prepared for a potential indictment. I would assume my starting point would be that he's going to be indicted by the feds.
Well, but that's kind of my point, is that are you guys too quick with these indictments, hence the ham sandwich thing? But now in this let's go after politicians environment that we seem to be all enjoying so much, that's my suspicion here, because you could have gotten the probable cause finding on, we want his phone because we think he didn't delete the stuff from Abasova, so we're going to get these messages that we think exist that condemn her, not Adams. That's a plausible reason that they could have wanted his phone.
Plausible, but unlikely. I think they're taking a very aggressive move here by seizing the mayor's phones. I don't think they would do that unless they thought that they were going to be building a case against them. Absolutely. And by the way, Chris, do you really think he's the unluckiest man in the world? That all these aides around him are committing crimes, trying to urge others to delete their text messages, that he has nothing to do with it? It's possible. I suspect federal prosecutors think he's in on it, and they probably have some evidence that led them to seize that phone.
Why haven't they sent him a target letter?
You don't need to. In fact, you usually don't send a target letter until later on in your investigation. He already has attorneys. He's probably having conversations with them. Sending a target letter is just going to get out to people like you and me who are going to comment on it.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.